This is Belinda Gray. She is the biological grandmother of missing two children, Jack and Lilly Sullivan, from Nova Scotia. Belinda Gray went on to a live panel last night on YouTube to discuss why she does not believe the story about the two children being taken and hidden from CPS or allegedly from Daniel, the stepfather, for alleged abuse in the family. As we have stated before in some of our videos, that we think that he was a possessive person and he was making it impossible for Malaya to leave with the children by herself or the children to go with family members, as we've shown in text messages from Malaya, and other family members have stated that he was possessive or there was alleged abuse. Now, Belinda continues to say that she does not believe the case where Malaya took these children and hid them. I want to play that clip for you.
Patty suspected abuse. Patty called me and said, "You know Daniel, right?" I said, "Yeah, my young fellow knows him, and he was around our property a few times." She said, "What do you think of him?" I said, "I find Daniel fine young fellow, never been a problem." So that was all right. She said, "Look, I think I have a problem." And I said, "What's that?" She said, "I think Daniel's abusing Jack." And I said, Why would you say that, Patty? What do you think?" And she said, "Because when they visit here, Jack's getting marked up. He's getting some bruises and scratches and stuff." And I said, "Oh, Jesus." So I said, "Patty, well," I said, "it's like this." And I think I knew where her conversation was going. I think she was going to ask me to sort of butt in. And I did. At that point, I said, "No." I said, "As long as Malaya and Daniel are living together as a couple, on your word, Patty, or anybody else's, nobody has the right to interfere in their relationship." I said, "But at this, Patty," I said, "if Malaya's in trouble and the cops won't help her," I said, "then tell Malaya to call me directly with her own voice and her own mouth and tell me she wants out of there and she's scared to get out of there, and I'll go right over and I'll take her out of there with the kids." And I said, "I'll take her to your place or wherever she wants to go."
It is a good story. I think about it and I can make it make sense. I can see how it can look like it makes sense. Going by the CPS, going by Malaya's marks of she's protecting Meadow from CPS. I never got a chance to ask her, was she protecting Meadow from CPS because Daniel was due to have visitation? Or was she protecting CPS because she was afraid she was going to lose Meadow? That part doesn't make sense. They gave her custody of Meadow. So I can only go with the fact that she was upset that Daniel was going to get visitation. As for Darren's story, I did like the idea. I mean, of course, finding the kids, yeah, great. And I was starting to buy it. And then I started thinking of all the original talks, of all the times Daniel had spoken, of what Malaya had said to me. And it just didn't make sense to me in the end. So I don't see it.